If you're looking to build that God Squad to get the leg up on your competition, check out my new sponsor, MutCoins Express, on Twitter to get the fastest and cheapest MUT coins available. Use code WIZARD to get 10% off your order. What is going on, everyone? Wizard of Waz here, and today I'm going to start a new series. Since we're so late in the year, we're now into June. I'm going to go over the top player at every position, and today we're going to start with quarterbacks. Now, there is a caveat to this ranking list. We are not going to include golden tickets, because clearly golden tickets are going to be the best of their position pretty much. That includes the quarterbacks. All of the people on this list, we're not going to have any golden tickets on there. I wanted to make an affordable list for people that aren't necessarily, million, 2 million, 3 million coins where they can just go and buy a couple golden tickets. So this is all going to be kind of a budget squad a little bit, because everyone's sort of a budget now, even if they're 98, 99. But we're going to go over the top players, and they're actually going to be all 98s and 99s for this quarterback list. But I plan on making this list for every position, so it might change a little bit if we do get more promos or with the power-up expansion, anything like that. If we get new cards, some of these lists might change, and I might go back and update them later. But I'm going to work through every position so that you know the best players to put on your team. And like I said, we're going to start with the most important position on the field, which is, of course, the quarterback. And if y'all disagree with my list, let me know down in the comments below. I'm sure a lot of people disagree with me on this list, and I will explain why I picked everyone for their position and all that. But these are the top 10 quarterbacks in the game, not considering golden tickets right now. Starting at number 10 is going to be the free agency Tom Brady. So you're going to notice on my list, I have the pocket passers a little bit lower and the scramblers more towards the top. I like a mobile quarterback. I'm not someone that likes to sit in the pocket and play real football and read a defense. No, I like to cheese the game and, do the rollout corners and all that, because, I'm not, whatever. I do what works. If you don't play that way, then of course, that's fine. But Tom Brady is my pick for number 10 because as a pure pocket passer, he's amazing. Obviously, his speed is not where you want it to be for a mobile quarterback. He does not get escape artist, but he does get abilities like protected, hot route master, which is the most overpowered ability in the game probably, and gunslinger, which of course makes his throwing motion a lot faster. You're going to notice a trend here on what players get depending on their archetype and all that. He is of course a field general, so he will not be getting escape artist or anything like that, like I said, but still a very, very good quarterback for in the pocket. Obviously, he has issues with throwing on the run. You shouldn't be throwing on the run with Tom Brady anyway. His biggest issue for an endgame quarterback is going to be his throw power and his deep accuracy. He only has 94 throw power and 92 throw accuracy deep. Now, you can boost both of those up with go deep. So if you do go the route of Tom Brady, anyone in general, we're going to go over a couple others here that don't have top tier throw power. Boost that up with the go deep chemistry. If you don't know about chemistry, just watch my last video. I actually went over the best chemistries to use at each position. If you go with someone like Tom Brady who doesn't have a 98, 99 throw power, you're going to want to use go deep on it. Now, the next one's going to be Peyton Manning. You know how I said they were all budget? This one's actually not a budget right now because he's an LTD. He might get a redux in the future. We don't really know what EA is going to be doing with that. If he does get a redux, he will not be going for as much as he's going for right here. But he's very, very similar to the Tom Brady we just went over. Obviously, very low speed. Throw power isn't the best at 94, along with his throw deep accuracy. You can boost those up again with go deep, so that kind of helps with some of his deficiencies. But under pressure, all the short accuracy, mid accuracy, that's all really great, just like Tom Brady. And of course, like I said with Tom Brady, he gets protected, he gets hot route master and gunslinger, all very, very important abilities to have on your endgame quarterbacks. The only one that he doesn't have that is one of the most overpowered abilities in the game is, of course, escape artist because of his archetype and his speed. Moving on up to number 8 in our list is going to be Patrick Mahomes. Now, again, I feel like I'm going to get a lot of criticism for this. Patrick Mahomes is a very, very good quarterback. He was the first true 99 overall that we got in the game, of course, because he won MVP in the Super Bowl. And everyone on this list is very good. He's a very good quarterback. I'm not trying to knock him. He gets 85 speed. He's the improviser archetype, so he will get escape artist, which is very, very nice. He has decent enough speed to make some plays on the ground. His biggest plus is his throw power there, 99 throw power. Now, throw power doesn't just help for throwing it really far. Obviously, he can throw it further than pretty much anyone else in the game, but it really helps with them fitting it into those tight windows there because they throw it faster with a higher throw power. So very, very important stat. I should have mentioned that for Brady and Manning as well. If you already clicked off the video, hopefully you didn't, and you see this, but it really helps with the speed as well. Play action 89, no one cares about play action. Don't do play action this year. You're going to get eaten alive unless you have protected on. His mid accuracy and his deep accuracy are not great, but again, you might actually want to use go deep on him, even though he has 99 throw power. It would help with that deep accuracy. That's kind of your call. He has pretty good short accuracy, which the other option is going to be West Coast. So it's sort of your option there. You're going to be wasting the throw power boost because it doesn't go any higher than 99. But still, you kind of want to get that throw accuracy deep up. Now, his biggest issue is his release. His release is not great. He has a really, really big windup. He has one of the worst releases in the game. Luckily, he does get Gunslingers. So whenever you put abilities on him, you're definitely going to want to use Gunslinger if you pick Mahomes. That really helps his release, but even with Gunslinger, he's still like the regular Aaron Rodgers without Gunslinger or anything. He actually has the same release that Mahomes has with Gunslinger. So it's still, like, Gunslinger just doesn't make them have the best release in the game. It just makes it a little bit better, but it's very significant with Mahomes. You definitely need to put Gunslinger on him if you choose this card. Now, this one hurt me a little bit to put at 7, and honestly, I might actually put him at 8. I might put Mahomes above him. I made this list. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might flip them. But regardless, it's going to be Cam Newton. So Cam Newton, if you do a lot of designed run plays, he's going to be one of the guys for you. He's not the fastest or the quickest or anything, but he will run people over. Looking at his stats here, obviously 88 speed isn't the best, but you can boost that up to like a 91 without a theme team, which is not bad. Throw accuracy deep, 96 throw power. You definitely want to put go deep on him if you roll with him. I want to go to some of his underlying stats here. Last time I did one of these videos, I kept calling them the back end stats, and I don't really know why. But 88 trucking, 89 elusive. That trucking is very, very good. He's going to run people over in the open field. 89 stiff arm, spin move. I wouldn't really recommend spinning with him. Juke move. You can if you want. They're pretty good, but I would just run people over. He's a big dude. But aside from that, where is break sack? I don't know if break sack is actually in here. Maybe I went by it already. His break sack is incredibly good. Where is it? It's got to be in here. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Break sack. 99 break sack. So he will break the sacks more than anybody else without any abilities activated. So if you got a DB or a linebacker coming out in the pocket, he is going to break that sack better than anybody else. A big issue with Cam is, of course, like I said, his speed. But something that really annoys people, and it didn't piss me off too bad, but when he makes adjustments at the line, he goes and he points at the sky like this every time he makes an adjustment, and it takes so freaking long. It's like twice as long as every other quarterback. You know, they lean to the side and they do their little motions and stuff. Cam's, for some reason, is just really, really long, and it's a pain in the butt. So I would put him at 7, maybe even slide him back to 8. At number 6, just outside of the top 5, we're going to have Tua Tagovailoa, and he is the highest field general on this list. I have him in front of Brady and Peyton Manning. The reason for that is that his break sack is a lot higher. We'll actually go. I realize now it is all the way down at the bottom here. We'll go over that. But he has a really high break sack. He's very similar to Brady and Peyton Manning. Where is it? Break sack all the way at the bottom, 90. So he's going to break a lot of sacks. The other two guys didn't, and he actually has pretty decent mobility for being a field general. He's not going to be able to get escape artists because that, which is kind of a bummer because he's actually a pretty quick guy, but he just, because of his archetype, he's not going to be able to get that. 86 speed, you can get that up to an 89 without a theme team. But as you can see, all of his stats are pretty good. You can boost most of those up to 98 or 99, no problem. Very good quarterback, very solid, but if you like using escape artist, then he's going to fall out just outside of my top 5 because of the lack of escape artists. Just cracking into the top 5 is going to be Joe Burrow, the other newcomer, the #1 pick in the draft. And the reason he is above Tua is because of that escape artist. Like I said, he gets the improviser archetype, which means he will be able to get an escape artist. You can look at his stats here, very, very good. 93 throw power is his biggest weakness. So you definitely want to put go deep on him, get that up to a 95. It's very noticeable. I used him for a little bit. I think I still have him on my team. Those deep passes, he just can't always make them. It's just that throw power is just a little low. Definitely put go deep on him, though, get it up to a 95. But one of the big pluses with Joe Burrow was one of Patrick Mahomes' biggest weaknesses is that his release is very, very good. Without any abilities, he has one of the best releases in the game. It's very similar to Aaron Rodgers. You don't need to put any abilities on him to fix his release. He gets the ball out really quick, which again helps him avoid sacks and all that. He just gets it off that much faster. Our first ultimate legend on the list is going to be Dante Culpepper here. Now, he is the only one on this list that gets the strong arm ability, but as you can see, he's got 98 throw power, really good throw accuracy deep, so he's going to be a really good guy getting it down the field. Where he lacks is his short and mid accuracy, so I would recommend putting West Coast on him if you roll with him. Again, his biggest weakness is that he doesn't get escape artists, but he does have surprisingly good mobility for not having escape artists. I've seen people be able to roll out of the pocket with him despite moving, they move pretty slow behind the line of scrimmage without escape artists, but he actually does pretty well. And even if you do want to scramble with him a little bit, he can do it without escape artists. That's why I have him at number 4. At number 3, we have Lamar Jackson, which is funny because his golden ticket is the best card in the game, in my opinion, the best quarterback at least. His 98 is very, very good, but not going to be like the golden ticket. But he is, of course, a scrambler archetype, so he does not get Hot Route Master or Gunslinger. So the biggest weakness with Lamar Jackson is his release. That's one of the reasons the golden ticket is so good, is that it does get Gunslinger and it fixes his release. It's not as slow as Mahomes, but Mahomes, you can actually put Gunslinger on him, so it's fine. You can't put that on this Lamar Jackson, so he does have one of these slower releases, which is kind of a bummer, but he's very, very quick. You can put Dashing Dead on him to have perfect accuracy on the run. if you like running with your quarterback, which like I said, I do, I like hitting those rollout corners and all that, definitely one of the better cards in the game with that dashing Jedi. And if you want to take off up the field, you can't really beat 95 speed. You can boost that up to 97 with Sprinter, and then 98 if you have the 5th John Madden token. If you have a theme team, you can get him even higher than that. And then at number 2, this is where my biases really show for a scrambling quarterback, is going to be Randall Cunningham. Yes, he's only a 98. Some of the guys below him were actually 99s. Still very, very good. He has the scrambler archetype, so he only has 92 speed, which you can boost up to a 95. So yeah, that's not as good as Lamar Jackson's, but what he does get that Lamar Jackson does not get, at least this 98 Lamar Jackson, is human joystick, which is very big. If you don't know how to use human joystick, it's pretty simple. I mean, it just helps them respond better to your stick moves and all that, but it takes a little bit of getting used to use. Very overpowered ability though. If you want to be a little risky, obviously if your quarterbacks get hit when they're scrambling, then they are very likely to fumble the ball. But if you use a lot of design runs, they don't fumble as often, so they still fumble more than they should. But human joystick is an incredibly overpowered ability to have on your quarterback. That's really the only reason. If you look at his stats, his mid accuracy is very, very low. It's 89. It should be higher than that, but it's not, of course. All of these will be boosted up by 1. For all of the ones that were power-ups, everything will go up by 1, of course. I didn't mention that, and I didn't take that into account with some of their rankings. But he does go up by 1 on everything, so he'll get to 90 mid accuracy, but still lacking on some of those abilities. But human joystick at quarterback is very overpowered, and that's why he is at number 2. So obviously, if the reason I had Randall Cunningham was at 2 was human joystick, of course I'm going to have Michael Vick here at number 1. Looking at his stats, just like Randall Cunningham, lacking a little bit on the mid accuracy. That is his biggest weakness. Throw Dashing Jedi on there for both of them though, and that really helps that out. But again, he gets human joystick, which is huge for a running quarterback. Do design runs, anything like that, it's going to be very, very good. He's not going to fumble as often on design runs. One of the biggest pluses to Michael Vick is that he has that 99 throw power. And again, that throw power is a very, very important stat, not only for getting the ball down the field, but fitting it into those tight windows. 92 throw under pressure, you can get chemistries to help that out a little bit. No one cares about play action. His throw accuracy short is a little low. That's why I would put West Coast on him if you are using chemistries. There are 2 big issues that people have with Michael Vick. One is that he is a little bit shorter. He's only 6 foot. So he tends to, sometimes it's like 1 out of every 20 throws for me. I feel like he just kind of hits somebody in the back of the helmet with the ball. I don't know what he does. It's annoying, but it happens every now and then. So that's something to be aware of with this card. And the other is that he's a lefty. Some people don't like lefty quarterbacks. I don't mind him. I use Michael Vick for most of the year. He's probably my favorite quarterback I've used, except for Golden Ticket Lamar Jackson. But he's a very overpowered quarterback. If you put human joystick on him, it's going to be tough to bring him down. He's very, very fast. But anyway, guys, that is my rankings for the top quarterbacks in the game, minus Golden Tickets. Obviously, like I said, Lamar Jackson, I think, is the best quarterback in the game. I ranked the Golden Tickets like a week or so ago, so go watch that if you want to see what I think the best Golden Tickets are, and therefore the best Golden Ticket quarterbacks. But if you're on a little bit more of a budget, that's my list there. Let me know down below in the comments if you disagree, and who you think the non-Golden Ticket best quarterback in the game is. Maybe you're running with one of them on your squads. Let me know down below. Of course, if you enjoyed that video, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell icon so you can know as soon as my videos come out. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.